Listen carefully. Right now, there are people in your office making twice what you make. They're not smarter, not working harder, but they understand which rules to follow and which to shatter. From day one, they trained you. Sit still, follow orders, wait your turn, be grateful. These weren't lessons to help you succeed. They were lessons to make you manageable. Every rule about career success, about advancement, about wealth, almost all of them keep you exactly where you are. Productive enough to be useful, quiet enough to control. Machiavelli understood 5 centuries ago what most never learn. The people who rise aren't the ones following all the rules. They understand which rules exist to control them. Today, you're learning 10 corporate rules keeping you broke and powerless. More importantly, what to do instead, not theory. Strategy. Right now, write this in the comments. My career belongs to me, because when you believe that, everything changes. Ready? Let's break some rules. Always be a team player. They've drilled this since kindergarten. Share, collaborate, put the team first. Sounds noble. But in corporate America, team player means do extra work without extra pay, absorb others' failures, say yes when you mean no, sacrifice your priorities for someone else's agenda. Think about the last time someone called you a great team player. Did you get promoted, get a raise, or did you stay late fixing someone else's mistake, taking projects nobody wanted, making someone else's life easier at your expense? The corporate world convinced you that being indispensable to the team makes you valuable. Here's the truth. The most replaceable people are those who do everything for everyone. When you're willing to do anything, you're defined by availability, not capability. Look around. The person always volunteering, staying late, putting the team first. Are they the most successful, highest paid, or most exhausted, overlooked, taken for granted? Real workplace power doesn't come from helping everyone. It comes from being essential to the right things. When you spread across everyone's problems, you become a utility. Useful but generic. Needed but not respected. Machiavelli once said, "The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him. If you surround yourself with people who drain your energy and give nothing back, you're not being a good team player. You're being exploited." High earners are team players when it advances their position. They help when it creates strategic relationships, but they never sacrifice leverage for someone else's comfort. Your job isn't making everyone's life easier. It's becoming so good at your role that your absence is felt immediately. That's leverage. That's power. Stop saying yes to everything. Start asking, does this advance my skills? Increase my visibility? Does this person reciprocate? If no, your answer is no. You don't need to be rude. Be strategic. I'd love to help, but I'm focused on X priority right now. That's a boundary. That's self-respect. Your co-workers aren't your family. Your company isn't your home. Your loyalty should be to your growth, your skills, your financial future. Drop this affirmation. I protect my time. Work hard and you'll be rewarded. They sold you this lie in first grade. Work hard and you'll get promoted. It's fiction. Hard work is table stakes, the minimum to stay employed, but hard work alone getting you ahead, that's a fairy tale to keep you grinding without asking for more. Who's working hardest in your workplace? The CEO or the person staying until 8 p.m. every night, answering weekend emails, skipping lunch? Hard work doesn't get you promoted. Visibility does. Strategic value does. Being in the right conversations does. Hard work just makes you tired. Here's what happens. You work hard, exceed expectations, deliver results. Your reward? More work, harder deadlines, higher expectations, maybe 3% raise, maybe a great job email. Meanwhile, someone working half as hard but understanding the game gets promoted. Success isn't about effort, it's about perception, positioning, negotiation. Your manager doesn't see how hard you work, they see outcomes, whether you make their life easier, whether you solve problems they care about. Hard work in the wrong direction is expensive motion. You're burning life away on things that don't move the needle. Machiavelli said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are. Your late nights, weekend work, extra effort. If it's not visible to those controlling your advancement, it doesn't exist. Stop thinking like an employee rewarded for effort. Start thinking like someone paid for value. Value is problem solved. Specifically, problems your boss's boss cares about. Identify the 3 metrics your company actually cares about. Then align everything with those metrics. When talking to your manager, don't discuss how hard you worked. Discuss outcomes. I stayed late is worthless. I reduced processing time 15%. Saving 8 hours weekly is leverage. Document everything, every win, every success, for your next salary negotiation. When you ask for more money, they'll ask what you've done to deserve it. I work really hard doesn't open wallets. Think about your career in terms of leverage, not loyalty. Leverage is having skills others want, having a network that would hire you tomorrow, being able to walk away, that gets you paid. Drop this affirmation: I work with leverage. Stay loyal to your company. They want you believing loyalty is virtue, that staying with one company shows commitment. For decades, this was true. Companies rewarded loyalty with pensions, stability, progression. But here's what changed. Companies stopped being loyal to you. They'll lay you off for quarterly numbers, replace you with someone cheaper the second it makes sense, restructure without thought about your mortgage, your family, your future. But they expect your loyalty. Think about the last person laid off. Did loyalty protect them? Did years of service matter? Or did they get a severance and awkward goodbye email? Loyalty is one way in modern corporate America. Here's the financial reality. The fastest way to increase salary is changing jobs, not working harder at your current job. Job hoppers earn 20-30% more over careers. Why? Your current company has no incentive to pay what you're worth. They're paying what they can get away with. A new company pays market rate to pull you away. Your company knows this. That's why they push culture, emphasize loyalty, family, team. Keeping you is cheaper than replacing you. Your loyalty saves them money. It cost you hundreds of thousands over your career. Machiavelli said, "Never was anything great achieved without danger." In modern workplace, the biggest danger is staying comfortable. Staying loyal to an organization viewing you as a spreadsheet line item. Always know your market value. Build relationships outside your company. Be ready to move when better opportunities appear. Your career isn't marriage, it's strategic partnerships. You give value, they give compensation. When exchange is fair, stay. When it's not, explore options. Every 18-24 months, test the market. Update your resume. Take interviews. See your worth. If underpaid, negotiate with market data or take the better offer. Neither is disloyal. Your first loyalty is to yourself, your family, your financial future. Drop this affirmation. My loyalty has a price. Don't talk about money. They taught you young. It's rude to ask what people earn, unprofessional to discuss salary, tacky to talk money. But this rule benefits one group, employers. When you don't talk money, you don't know if you're paid fairly. When you don't know co-workers' pay, you can't negotiate effectively. When salary stays secret, companies hold all leverage. That's information asymmetry. That's how power works. Why would companies want you never discussing salary? To protect privacy, or prevent you discovering the person beside you doing the same job makes $15,000 more? Salary secrecy keeps you underpaid, guessing, grateful for whatever offered because you lack context. Every successful person talks money. Entrepreneurs discuss revenue constantly. Investors analyze returns obsessively. Executives negotiate compensation aggressively. Only people told not to talk money are those paid least. Machiavelli wrote, "He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command." You can't command fair compensation without information. Information is leverage. Salary transparency is power. Talk to industry people about compensation strategically. Use Glassdoor, Levels.fyi, PayScale. Build relationships with recruiters. They know what companies pay, what's competitive, what skills command premium compensation. When negotiating salary, never accept first offer. Ever. Companies expect negotiation. They build room in knowing candidates will negotiate. Accept immediately and you're leaving thousands on the table. Here's the script. I'm excited about this opportunity. Based on market research for this role and my experience, I expected something in the range of X to Y. Is there flexibility? Professional, data-driven, confident. Most companies will move. Almost none pull offers because you asked. For raises, don't wait for your company to give what you're worth. They won't. You ask with data. Money isn't taboo. Money is how the world works. People comfortable talking money have it. People scared to discuss it are underpaid. Drop this affirmation. I discuss money without shame. Stick with what you know. They tell you to find your lane and stay in it. Become an expert. Specialize. There's some truth here. But over-specialization makes you vulnerable. When you build your career around one skill, one industry, one technology, you're putting all eggs in one basket. In our fast-changing world, that basket can disappear overnight. Think about people who spent 20 years mastering now obsolete technology. Industries disrupted, roles automated. Their deep expertise didn't protect them, it trapped them. People who thrive aren't the deepest specialists. They connect different domains, take skills from one area, apply them unexpectedly, pivot when circumstances change. What's more valuable than being the best graphic designer? Being one who understands marketing and writes copy, one who codes, one who understands user psychology. The combination creates leverage. Machiavelli wrote about the fox and lion. The lion is strong in one dimension. The fox is adaptable across many. In changing environments, the fox survives. Your company loves when you specialize. Specialists are easy to box in, define. Keep in one role at one salary. But when you develop skills across boundaries, you're harder to categorize, harder to limit, harder to underpay. Always learn things outside your job description, not because you'll use them tomorrow, because you're building optionality. Options are power. The person with one skill has one option. With 5 skills, 20 options through combinations. Volunteer for cross-functional teams. Learn adjacent skills. Understand how other departments work. This is career insurance. If you're in finance, learn data analysis and visualization. In marketing, understand product development fundamentals. Technical, develop communication and presentation skills. Gaps between domains are where value lives. Your career should look like a T-deep expertise in one area, broad knowledge across others. That combination makes you valuable, gives options, means you're never trapped in a dying industry or obsolete role. Drop this affirmation. I build options. Your job is your only income. This is the biggest limiting belief. The idea your salary is your only wealth path. That trading time for money is the only model it's not. The sooner you understand that, the sooner you build real wealth. Every wealthy person understands job income has a ceiling. Only so many hours to work. Only so much your company pays. No matter how hard you work, your salary has limits. But income from assets, from systems, from things you build once and get paid for repeatedly, that has no ceiling. That scales, that compounds. If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you survive? For most, the answer is terrifying. A few months at best. Because they built their entire financial life around one income stream. When that stops, everything collapses. They designed the system this way. Keep you dependent on your job, needing that paycheck, scared to take risks or demand more because you can't afford losing the one thing paying bills. But you can build other income streams while keeping your job. You should. Because diversification isn't just for investment portfolios, it's for income too. Machiavelli understood power comes from options. He wrote about never depending on a single fortress, ally, or strategy. Same for income. Multiple streams mean security, leverage, freedom. Start small. You're not quitting tomorrow to become an entrepreneur. You're building parallel income while employed. That's the smart, low-risk path. What can you build? Skills you have that others need and will pay for. Consulting, freelancing, coaching in your expertise area. Knowledge you can package and sell. Online courses, digital products, templates. Assets generating passive income. Rental properties, dividend stocks, content generating and revenue. The key is starting. Most people never start waiting for perfect idea, time, setup. But the person starting a side business making $500 monthly is infinitely better off than one still planning. That $500 monthly is $6,000 yearly. Invested over a decade, that's significant wealth. But more importantly, it's psychological freedom. Knowing your job isn't your only option, that you have skills the market values, that you can create value independently. As side income grows, something shifts. You negotiate differently because you're less desperate. You make career decisions from strength instead of fear. This week, identify one skill someone would pay for. Find one person who needs it. Offer to help at reasonable rate. That's your first non-job income dollar. It proves the concept, breaks the mental barrier, starts momentum. Drop this affirmation. I create multiple income streams. Don't make waves, blend in. They want you invisible, quiet, agreeable, never challenging status quo, never questioning decisions, never pushing back on bad ideas. Just nod, smile, execute. This rule keeps you powerless. People who don't make waves don't get promoted. They get overlooked, stuck. They become furniture. Think about the last promotion. Did it go to the person quietly doing their job? Or to the one visible, vocal, willing to challenge ideas? The one who made waves? Making waves doesn't mean being difficult. It means having a point of view and expressing it. Speaking up when you see problems. Advocating for better approaches even when uncomfortable. Leadership isn't looking for compliance. They're looking for people who think independently, challenge assumptions, improve outcomes. The person executing orders is an employee. The person improving orders is a leader. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be impetuous than cautious." This isn't about aggression. It's about boldness, acting with conviction instead of waiting for permission. Become comfortable being uncomfortable, raising your hand in meetings, disagreeing with your boss when you have better solutions, pitching ideas that might get rejected, because the times you make waves are when people remember you. The times you blend in are when you disappear, start speaking up in meetings, even just asking clarifying questions, offering small suggestions. Break the silence pattern. When you see problems, document them and propose solutions. Don't just complain. Come with answers. That's how you make waves productively. Get noticed for right reasons. Your goal isn't being liked by everyone. It's being respected by people who matter. Respect comes from having a spine, having opinions, being willing to stand for something. Drop this affirmation. I make strategic waves. Follow the company mission. They tell you you're part of something bigger, that your work matters beyond your paycheck, that you should be passionate about the company's mission, vision, values. They want you emotionally invested in their success. Here's the cold truth. The company's mission is making money. Everything else is marketing. Every value statement, every purpose-driven initiative, every claim about changing the world, it's all designed to get employees working harder for less pay by making them feel part of a cause. This isn't cynicism, this is clarity. Companies are profit-seeking entities. They exist to generate shareholder returns. That's not evil, that's reality. But when they convince you to sacrifice your financial interests for their mission, that's manipulation. When the company misses earnings targets, do they sacrifice executive bonuses? Or do they lay off passionate, mission-driven employees who believed they were family? You're not family. You're part of a business transaction. You provide labor and expertise. They provide compensation. That's the deal. Everything else is emotional leverage to get more for less. Machiavelli understood this. He wrote that rulers use grand missions and noble causes to inspire people to act against their own interests. It's a psychological tool. It works because humans want to be part of something meaningful. But your meaning, your purpose, your mission, that should come from your life, not your employer. Your job is an economic arrangement. It can be satisfying. Use your talents. But it should never be your identity. When you tie your sense of purpose to your company's mission, you give them leverage. You'll accept lower pay because it's about more than money. Work longer hours because we're changing the world. Sacrifice health and family time because the mission needs us. Meanwhile, executives get rich. Shareholders get dividends. You get t-shirts, pizza parties, and satisfaction of being purpose-driven. Have your own mission. Building financial security for your family. Developing skills, increasing your market value. Creating career optionality. Building wealth, giving you freedom. When they ask you to work late or take on extra responsibilities, don't ask, what does the mission need? Ask, how does this advance my career? What do I get in return? Separate work from identity. You're not your job title, not your company's mission. You're a skilled professional exchanging value for compensation. Drop this affirmation. My mission is mine. Give 2 weeks' notice. This seems reasonable, professional, courteous, the right thing. And often it is. But it's not a law, it's a custom, and it only benefits employers. When companies want to let you go, do they give 2 weeks' notice? Let you prepare? Or do they call you into a room, tell you your position's eliminated, and have security walk you out that day? The relationship is asymmetrical. They expect courtesy from you that they don't extend. Notice periods benefit companies, not employees. When you give notice, you give them time to find your replacement, extract knowledge from you, transition your responsibilities, all while they're no longer invested in your success, development, or career. Meanwhile, you spend 2 weeks in limbo, half out the door, watching people treat you differently. if the situation turns toxic. You're stuck because you want to leave on good terms. Machiavelli understood loyalty is conditional and strategic. Be professional, but don't be naive about power dynamics. Give notice when it serves you, when you want the reference. Want to maintain the relationship, leaving amicably to a non-competing role. In those situations, 2 weeks is reasonable, but leaving a toxic environment, going to a competitor, being mistreated, the company hasn't earned your courtesy. Your mental health and career advancement are more important than custom. Some companies walk you out immediately when you give notice. If you work with sensitive information, client relationships, proprietary systems, the moment you say you're leaving, they might terminate you that day. Before giving notice, make sure you're financially prepared for immediate employment end. Have affairs in order, personal items out of office, important contacts and work examples saved externally. The reference from your current manager, it's less valuable than you think. Most companies have policies against detailed references. They confirm employment dates and that's it. What matters more than notice is how you transition. If giving notice, create clear documentation of responsibilities, projects, processes, make handoff smooth. That's professional. That protects your reputation. Your career is yours to manage. 2 weeks' notice is custom, not obligation. Use it when it serves you. Skip it when it doesn't. Drop this affirmation. I decide my terms. Be grateful you have a job. They use this during recessions, tough times, anytime they want you stopping asking for more. Be grateful. People would kill for your position. You're lucky to be employed. Don't rock the boat. Don't ask for raises. Don't push back on bad treatment. It's guilt. It's manipulation, designed to keep you accepting less than you're worth. Here's what gratitude means in this context. Shut up and take what we give you. Don't recognize your own value. Don't understand that employment is exchange, not favor. Your company isn't doing you a favor employing you. You're not lucky to work there. It's mutual exchange of value. You provide skills, time, effort. They provide compensation. Neither side is doing the other a favor. It's a transaction. When companies tell you to be grateful, they're really saying don't negotiate. Don't ask for more. Don't recognize you have leverage. Stay small. Stay quiet. Stay grateful for scraps. But here's the truth they're terrified you'll figure out. You are the value. Your skills, your knowledge, your execution that creates profit. The company is just a framework. Without employees, there's no company. You're not lucky to have them. They're lucky to have you. This doesn't mean being arrogant or entitled. It means recognizing your worth, understanding that if you're delivering value, you deserve fair compensation, refusing to accept guilt as negotiation tactic. Machiavelli wrote about how rulers use virtue and vice as control tools. Making people feel guilty for wanting more is how you control their ambitions. Making people feel grateful for basic treatment is how you prevent them demanding better. Stop being grateful for the minimum, for getting paid market rate, for basic respect and reasonable working conditions. These aren't gifts. These are bare minimum of professional relationships. Be grateful for exceptional treatment, for managers investing in your development, for companies paying above market and treating people with genuine respect. But don't be grateful for mediocrity just because you're employed. You hold more power than you think. Your skills have marketplace value. Your labor creates profit. Your knowledge is portable. You can leave, negotiate, demand better. If they won't provide it, someone else will. This is the final mindset shift. From grateful employee to empowered professional, from accepting whatever you're given to negotiating for what you're worth, from fearing losing your job to knowing you can get another. Drop this affirmation. I know my worth. You just learned 10 rules keeping you underpaid, undervalued, trapped in a system designed to extract maximum value while giving minimum reward. These aren't just theories. These are actual mechanisms controlling modern corporate life. But knowing isn't enough. You must act. Start making different choices. Start operating with completely different mindset. Tomorrow you walk into the same office, same people, same systems, but you're different. You see the game, understand how it works, recognize the rules serving you and the rules serving them. Here's what changes. You stop saying yes to everything. Stop working late without compensation. Stop accepting guilt as management tool. Stop confusing activity with value. Stop waiting for someone to recognize your worth. You start advocating for yourself. You start having money conversations, building skills outside your job description, creating income outside your salary, thinking about your career as strategic moves, not a loyalty test, making waves when it matters, documenting wins, networking aggressively, interviewing regularly to know market value, negotiating everything. This isn't about becoming cold or calculating. This is about becoming strategic. Understanding your career as a business and you're the CEO. Recognizing the corporate world plays by rules benefiting the company, so you need rules benefiting you. Machiavelli's lessons weren't about cruelty. They were about clarity, seeing the world as it actually is, making decisions based on reality, not ideology, understanding power dynamics, and using that understanding to protect yourself and advance your position. The people who rise aren't the ones following every rule. They understand which rules are real and which are just control mechanisms. You have a choice. Go back to playing by their rules, being grateful for scraps, working hard and hoping someone notices, staying loyal to companies viewing you as replaceable. Or start playing by your own rules, building your own leverage, creating your own options, becoming the person dictating terms instead of accepting them. Before you close this video, make a decision. Not tomorrow, not when you feel ready, right now. Which rule are you breaking first? Which change are you making this week? Maybe it's having a salary conversation, starting that side project, speaking up in a meeting, updating your resume and testing the market. Simply deciding you're worth more than what you're currently accepting. Whatever it is, do it. Take one action, proving to yourself you're operating differently now. Because information without action is just entertainment. You didn't watch this to be entertained. You watched to change something. If this video changed how you see your career, do 3 things. Like it so more people who need this message can find it. Share it with someone stuck in the same trap you're escaping. Subscribe because this is just the beginning. Now write this final affirmation. I play by my own rules. Your career belongs to you. Your financial future is in your hands. The rules that kept you small no longer apply. You're done playing their game. You're starting your own. Welcome to the other side.